But there is still a little bit of customization available to where, you know, you could basically make like 20 different shoes if you wanted to. Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. As you can tell, I'm still a little bit congested, but we digress. Now, before we get into today's episode, let's go shopping. I actually went to my local store to return the Air Max 90 infrareds to try and get a new inner sole. They didn't have them there. They had to like ring around to other stores. The only store with my size was in Sydney, so they're mailing them out. But while I was there, I also checked out Foot Locker. They had the new Air Max Plus Drift. Now, I don't like this pair, but the construction and everything looks incredible. I think with other colorways, these are going to be really nice. And I think you're going to get away from a lot of issues that you have with the TNs, with the plastic like separating and everything, just the way the construction is. And we already know they're going to be comfortable under feet because it's got the tuned air. The Mellow 3s in that black and blue colorway is so nice. Takes you back to, I think it was, I don't know if it's the Mellow 1 or the 2, but they did that similar colorway and they were really nice then. I think I did try them on in a 2, and just the shape of the foot just didn't sit right. It kind of felt weird at the front of the foot. I didn't try that one on, but I think I may, to be honest. And then we also had the Asics Gel Quantum 8s. I've seen images of these and they look incredible. I love the new structure with the gel. The Quantums are really good. Like, I wear my Quantums a lot, mainly for like any sort of exercise training, even though it doesn't look like I do a lot. The 8 is just the evolution of that. It looks incredible, honestly. I can't wait. There's a couple of colorways I'm looking at. I think it's black and blue as well. I'm just a sucker for that black and blue. But let's get into today's episode. And something a little bit different. This is quite possibly the future of collaborations, at least with Nike anyway. But Megan Thee Stallion has done a deal, a collaboration with Nike, and it's quite unconventional. I don't know of another time this has happened. I know there have been like Nike ID before where, you know, something was put on there. I think maybe a brand has maybe collaborated in this way, and I know they've done like Kobe, certain type of Kobe collaborations before. But in terms of like what we know to be a collaboration between artists, this is quite different. And initially it was teased with only like a couple of different colorways. Even when you went on to Nike ID, it said coming soon, and then it had like one option. But when we go there, there's so many more. Now, the options of customization aren't there as, say, with a normal Nike ID, but there is still a little bit of customization available to where, you know, you could basically make like 20 different shoes if you wanted to. So if you're a Megan Thee Stallion fan, like, this is huge for you. Let's check it out. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. Usually when I would like showcase something like this, maybe like a purchase or whatever, but it's not really for me. These, like, don't get me wrong, this is a silhouette that I really like, but let's just go ahead and we'll go to the Nike website. It's for my own little theme. So if we go to the Nike website here, you can see there's a lot going on, and this is kind of low key. It was mentioned, but Nothing to where it is now. There's a brand new Air Max 1 style in the Nike by You. That's where we're at. So Nike ID, that's what it used to be. Oh, look at that. Air Max 90, it looks like you might be able to customize to like an OG colorway. Alright, might have to keep that in the back burner. But if we go, is this on? Don't tell me they disappeared. So you got Air Max 97, something for the hotties. You got Air Max 97 Hot Girls, 3 different colorways. 4 different colorways on that one. And I want to say there's another one, yeah. Tina Snow, 2 different colorways in that one. So maybe is that one rarer? I don't know. But this is like the brand new, I've already got them open here. We'll get rid of that. We'll go back to that. So I've got for the hotties and I've got Hot Girls. So let's open Tina Snow, which is this one. And these are available, all sizes, because it is a custom, like essentially. It is a collab, like with Megan Thee Stallion, but this is a brand new way to do it. And if you think about like the DJ Khaled 5s that come out, like you can still get them in certain places, like in America. They made, you know, for him it was about being the most accessible, but you know, within the sneaker world, that's not really what it does. But let's have a look. This is the Tina Snow. So you've got an option of black or cream. That's really the only color sort of customization. Then you go reflective or oil slick. Let's go the reflective, it's a little bit less. Midsole matte. The matte finish is probably better. But you know, if it's Megan Thee Stallion, you want that flashy maybe. Then on here you've got a logo, just stars, her hottie logo, or a Nike logo. Now for me, if I was getting this, because like the whole point is Megan Thee Stallion, maybe I do the hottie thing. That's what she calls her fans. But let's go back to black and just see how it all changes under black. You know. What do we got? We got the oil slick. We got the matte. And then this doesn't really change much, but that's cool. You got the key ring just there too. Does it say anything? Oh no, it just says Air Max. I swear with one of them there was a little bit more customization. You got the key ring on the back too. So I'm not mad at them, to be fair. What's this one? Something for the hotties. This might have been the first one I saw. So we're going to customize. You got 4 different colors in these. Same thing. Oh. What's that one say? I don't even know. Is that Meg? Is that? It's like a safety pin, but it says Meg. Forgive my voice too. Like I'm real crook. We get the hottie logo, and then that one. So you get an extra thing on this. They're all 280. All of them? Yeah, 280. So you got the white. If I'm going to do it, I'd probably do the white. The rest are a little bit extra. Let's go white. Tongue logo. Okay, so this is the one with the tongue logo. So you can have hottie, or just have the normal Nike swoosh. I mean, if you just like the design, and not really a Megan Thee Stallion fan, but I feel like if you're going to do it, like the whole point of the collab is having it all over. Same with the base. You can go the Nike, you go the stars, but you may as well do that, yeah. You do have the black, the orange, and the lilac. Let's go to the next one. This one, like that for the hotties, was the first one to show up. That's what everyone saw. And it was only the other day that I noticed that they had 3 different options. So this is the Hot Girls one. You got the chrome and red. All the key rings. That chrome is super 90s. So let's go classic instead. Oh, okay. That's not bad either. You can go white, black. So this is a little bit more subtle. I don't mind this because it gives you the option. You still, like, you know, can show your fans, still have a collaborative sneaker, but like you can go all the way out with it, or you can just have something nice and subtle. And you know, that gives you a bit of variation. Let's say like with all these color combinations, what we had was it 4, 3, and 2, and then you've got a couple different combinations each of them. So, oh, that's cool too. So if you have a look, I don't know if I can showcase that with a better color. No. Oh yeah. Maybe with the white. If you have a look just here, that's normally like this, but you can get it with the flame for the hotties. So the white and chrome, if we go back, we go classic. That's just simple vibes, bro. That's not, I'm not mad at no white shoe. Like, you got the different bungee style laces, you got all the extras, the pin, the key rings, hottie on the bottom. This one hasn't got the customized tongue. What do you got? Megan Thee Stallion in the inner sole. That's been on all three of them. But this is a completely different way to look at a collab, really. Like, if you think about it, like, if you're a company, like New Balance just did a collab with
7 hours later.
What's the name?
A few moments later.
Jack Harlow. They just did the 550, and like probably the nicest 550 I've seen in a long time. But like, if you got a Foot Locker, you know, really nice shoe, but they're sitting in all sizes. Now, is that a case of they made a lot? You know, they want it to be a little bit more accessible? I don't know. I'm not too sure. It feels like most 550s are sitting at the moment. You can see New Balance, Jack Harlow. But for me, I feel like this is a way to, if you got someone you want to collaborate, work with, it's like testing the water. It's doing something without going crazy, because like what we have, 3 different styles, all the designs and everything, but that's digital, right? Unless people actually purchase them, like there's no, you're not killing yourself with manufacturing. Maybe they got it all prefabbed, it's all ready to go, and they've allocated a certain amount, and it may get there, it may not, I'm not too sure. But from what I would expect is like, the idea is whoever wants them can get them, and that's dope. If you're a sneaker fan, if you're a Megan fan, like that's a cool little idea. Maybe this is the future of sneaker collabs. As we mentioned before, the DJ Khaled 5s, and don't get me wrong, like I really like them, incredible quality materials, but like I was watching a video the other day and they're still at the outlets in America. I think they hit the outlets in Australia, but like only in Melbourne, and it was only when they like reopened one of the big ones in Melbourne. So, and I think that stock, to be honest, was from the employee store. So, because I heard that they were in the employee store. I ain't been to the employee store in a minute, but might have been reached out to someone at Nike, and we'll see how that goes. Now for me, there's not really anything that makes me want to like connect and do this. Like, I think I can name maybe one Megan song. I don't think she's a terrible artist or anything, but it just isn't for me, right? She makes, I'd say, music that's more female centric, and that's where, if you look at it, like all the shoes are female centric. They're all in female sizes, to be fair. I mean, they do go up quite big, so you can get them in male sizes if you want, but I think it's dope what they're doing. And I feel like if you've got an artist that you're just not too sure whether it's going to connect, this could be the first step. Used to be years ago would be like, especially with like an artist, if they signed them, or an athlete they signed, they would, instead of getting their own signature shoe initially, they'd be like, all right, here's something that we already have in our catalog and you get a colorway. Right, we saw that with Shane O'Neill, we saw it with Ashod Ware, saw it with a bunch of like skateboarders and even like NBA players, and then later on they get their own signature shoe because they can look at that data and say, okay, this did really well, let's go all in on that. So this could be a new way to do that, because essentially when they do a colorway, even, which is most of the time what they do, there might be a little bit more customization with a normal collaboration, but it's just like a colorway at the end of the day, right? Maybe some premium materials, but if we look at the Colored 5s, these are like some of the most premium materials you will get from Jordan. Got the quilted inline as well. We're the best on the back. There's a bunch of different, you know, hit points to where you know this is a collab. But Colored wanted this to be one of the most accessible collabs. So to the point where they probably overproduced these. They ended up in outlets, and I think in America they're still in outlets. So I'm not mad at these. I got these under retail anyway, but from Nike's point of view, I can see them doing something like the Megan Thee Stallion format, and they're not going to waste money because you can only order a certain amount of the Nike by You system, or Nike ID. We used to call it Nike ID, now it's Nike by You. Nike ID is still better to me, but yeah, look, it is interesting. It'll be interesting to see like what the quality of materials come out. Are they at like another level of quality like a normal collaboration would be, or are they just mass produced? And who knows? Me personally, I won't be finding out. I won't be purchasing. If you do, let me know for sure. I'd love to see them, because one of the things I've noticed, especially like I've done a heap of Nike by Yous, sometimes it's hard to tell how they're actually going to come about. Are they going to be quality materials? Are they not going to be quality materials? Sometimes the colors can be a little bit different to what you're thinking as well. I know with one of my Air Max 1s, the first Air Max 1 I did a lace swap with a sale lace. The guys at Lace Space sent me some laces and we did that. I don't think I've laced the other one yet, but this, when it came, I was like, I don't remember doing like a velvet around here, you know, like shinier material. If I was going to do that again, I probably would go with a black or a grey or something like that. But even like the mesh on the toe box, I wasn't that crazy about the mesh on the toe box either. Still love this shoe, like it's still great. I designed it and it's probably better than 90% of the Air Max ones that are coming out at the moment, but I'm being modest, aren't I? But you never can tell 100% what a Nike ID is going to come out like until you get it in hand. So there is that element there. Maybe because there are only X amount of customizable options, maybe it would be good if like a flagship Nike store could have like a couple variations so you could see them in store, right? Even just for a display point. But I don't know, it's very interesting. I'd love to see like them do this with maybe an artist that isn't as big as Megan Thee Stallion, just to give them a chance, give someone a chance, right? Find someone that's on the come up. You never know. I feel like back in the day, brands would take those type of chances. Nowadays, not so much. It has to be like, even with designs, models, and like how they approach things, they're going off like an algorithm essentially to tick all these boxes so it hits. The problem is, we're people, we have emotions, so we got to emotionally connect to something. So ticking boxes doesn't always do the trick, but I can see why they're doing it. It's a great idea in theory. I just want to see if they're going to do something like that. Megan Thee Stallion is already a huge star. I'd love to see, you know, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head right now, but it'd be interesting. Find someone that, like, you know, just burgeoning on their career as a, you know, musician, skateboarder, whatever, and then let them have a go. What's their favorite like silhouette and what's their take on it? That'd be dope for me anyway. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll be back twice a week. Peace.